What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today. ZBCN. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Oh, hold on. Wow, no net cracks today. Wow. Okay, I was pretty relaxed. I actually just cracked them. I don't know if you guys could hear it there, but I just cracked it without using my hand. Anyways, $0.054 is what we're at right now. 10 hours, 57 minutes left in this day here. Moving down. Down 7%. Oh no, you've got the bull horns of death. They're actually the bear horns, you guys. The little bear ears of doom and demise. No, it's okay. This is an outcome that we expected or at least discussed as a possibility, right? You're coming up to find a higher low in this range that you're in. Watch this happen, right? Watch you go just below this trend line. Then you find support and then you move up. Who cares, right? It's not a big deal. I'm not expecting that personally, and I would think that right here we're probably looking at a good place to bounce for ZBCN here at 0.054, but you could go lower. Again, I think the lowest target that we have in mind is 0.005. I doubt that you get below 0.005, but let's talk about it. If you get below 0.005, is it time to panic? Is it time to freak out, man? No, probably not. It's probably not the time to panic or freak out. No, you are very constructive. You get below 0.005, you might go down to the golden ratio and find support at 0.046, or maybe you go all the way down to the 0.5 at 0.004. Maybe you go all the way down to 0.035. Hell, let's take it to an improbable, absolutely impossible outcome that happens anyways, down to the 236. Any and all of these lows, you know what they all have in common? They are a higher low than your most discernible low. Low here, higher low here. That would even be a higher low there or a higher low there, let alone up the ladder as we go. Higher low equals bullish. It's not a bad thing, my friends. Okay, it's not a bad thing. And oftentimes with these diagonal lines, it's once you break them that it's a key area to buy, not at them. But sometimes you range, and sometimes you're channel bound, and you might be channel bound right now in a kind of upward spiral of glory and riches. Let's look at the short-term stuff and see if we can figure out what's going on. Okay, picking up volume as you're moving down. Is there some bearish news going on? Is it bearish? Let's see, ZBCN. Sometimes you get a hit of news on CoinMarketCap. Sometimes it's all for naught. They need it. One thing CoinMarketCap needs to get better at is they need to just like this. Look, that's old news, man. Old news. It's no longer relevant. I don't know though. Sometimes people invest in things they don't check on it for a year. So I guess I don't know. It's probably better to have it than to not have it. I guess. So excuse what I just said. When I took a drink right there, I looked up and damn, that is a big moth on my ceiling. Very big moth. Oh my goodness. Showing why it will be boss this bull run like a boss. Yeah. Let's see. Nothing. Nobody's posting because they're all scared because it's dumping. You post when it's bullish, but you're not going to post whenever it's moving down. That's okay. That's how most people are. Okay, ZBCN nights. Looking at it here, volume's coming in, sure. Nice wicks though. I don't know. I'm not terribly bearish on that, but you could go a little bit lower. RSI is right at an area that you like to bounce. You have lower lows in the RSI with higher lows in the price. MACD is right at an area that you would like to bounce as well. You actually did scoop the zero and bounce last time. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe you do something exactly like this where you go a little bit lower, you cross the threshold of that diagonal trend line, and then that's where you find support and you move up. Something like that could happen. These stochastics are bearish, but they've been very bearish for a second now. You don't really last too much longer than that amount of time, right, in the oversold zone, right, before moving up. Here, this is a little bit more exaggerated, but I don't know. Maybe you do something like this at the worst, but I guess you've seen the worst of this drop, so that's nice. I stand by it. I don't think you go below 0.005, but if you do, we know what to look for. I've given you like 4 different targets, and they get less likely as you go down the ladder, okay? If you're looking for probabilities of likelihood, right? The most likely one would be the first one, but anyways, looking at the 4-hour time frame here, you're also right at an area to bounce. Man, I'm very confident that you're going to bounce right here, man. If not bounce here, then again, do something like this, right, where you just like grind it out. You might be hitting grinder for a second there, and then be moving up. Then be moving up pretty soon, if not immediately. By the time most of us watch this, or even by the end of the day, we could be moving up to new relative highs here. You got this double top look that looks like a double top now until it doesn't. You know what I mean? Until it doesn't. Stochastics at an area that you like to bounce. You bounce from before. You bounce from before on the RSI right there, and the MACD is touching tips right now. That's a perfect area to bounce as well. You're set up to do it. Just do it. Just do it. You know, just do it, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. If not, you'll still be fine. Okay, it's okay. Go below the current prices. Go to 0.005. If you don't bounce there, go lower than that. Go to 0.004 or 0.046, whatever it is. Bounce there. You're going to be fine one way or another. ZBCN, the real thing that we should be talking about, you know, in the prospective side of things, the future looking outward side of things, what we should be talking about is not the potential of this move or this move or this move or this move, because even at the most extreme levels of a downward move from here, what's coming to the upside is going to eclipse it. It's not even close, okay? But understand, it's probably not going to be this move. It's probably not even going to be this move or this move. It's probably going to be this move at the most extreme, right? Or the 0.05 even at the most extreme. You very well could be bouncing off of this exact area as it stands. The point being, again, the downside, no matter how extreme it is or can be, as long as we don't go lower than that low, which I very much doubt that we will, it's not even worth talking about, because the upside's going to be, well, it's going to be awesome. From a high to a low, you're probably going to move all the way up to about 2 cents to 4.5 cents. I'm in favor, personally, of this area here. When will it happen? Nobody knows. But I'm assuming it'll be sometime in the early to middle parts of September. Maybe the later part of September at the latest. I think that once you get above these highs, you're going to be moving at the same pace that you moved up here, which is going to rapidly take you to 3 cents and beyond in a very short amount of time, my friends. It could be by the end of the month that you're above 3 cents even. So upside is worth talking about more than the downside. I only talk about the downside because I know there's people who are crapping themselves right now. When you should be buying, you should be buying, right? If you smell bears crapping themselves, or maybe actually I guess it'd be bulls. If you smell bears getting excited, then you should get bullish. You should really, you know, if there are some bulls who are scared, you should be buying their fear, because that fear is exactly what drives the price higher. I've got nothing else to say. I'm tired. I'm going to go to work. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.